Thank you very much. You all look like, from here, the survivors of a shipwreck. When I came here earlier today, this room was mostly full, and now we've got the hardcore delegates who are left. Just a quick introduction for myself. I'm the EMEA security strategist for Juniper Networks, based in London. And this slide is more about introducing me and where I've come from rather than Juniper as a company itself. I was actually part of the NetScreen organisation, and so the fusion between the networking side of our organisation and the security side really took place during that initial acquisition, and that's about 2 years ago now. Since then, the fruits of bringing the two sides of the organisation together are being realised on a faster and faster pace. So we have things like where our intrusion detection and prevention service talks to our STS service delivery platforms, and you can see the two pieces actually coming together and melding together. It also gives us an interesting focus in as much as Juniper, before the acquisition, was very much focused on service providers and carriers, whereas NetScreen, although they had carriers as partners and customers, were more focused on the enterprise, so we brought those two pieces of the business together as well. What I'm really going to tell you now, I was thinking about, well, how is security important to Juniper at the moment, and what is our vision as we go forward? And this is more like a murder mystery. So I'm going to start off by telling you who did the murder. Then I'm going to go through and tell you why that murder is important and why people are committing it. And then at the end I'll talk a little bit more about futures, which actually echoes, unsurprisingly, what Bob's just been talking about as well. Time was that networking companies in particular, even networking companies that had a security arm, were more interested in the actual transport, the actual infrastructure of the network and what was going on there. So connectivity, bandwidth, LAN switching, wireless LANs, optical connectivity. Whereas the traffic processing side of that took a back seat almost, security, quality of service and application intelligence, because it was quite difficult. And so getting over to sort of what Bob was talking about, the idea of transactions, you need to put more intelligence into your network in order to provide yourself with a secure infrastructure from which you can conduct your business. And so what we're seeing, and the strategy that Juniper is going to be taking over the next few years, is to actually concentrate more on this traffic processing part of the network rather than the transport side. We can let other people take care of some of those things. They're not the difficult problems in networking. The difficult problems are in this traffic processing area. And so this is where Juniper's focus will naturally be over the coming years. And if I was to sum it up, you can draw any number of these graphs and any number of the axes, and you can trade one thing off against another, and that's normally what you've got. You've got some sort of trade-off. If you're going to provide converged networks, then you're trading something off against that. If you're going to start converging your data centers, we're seeing a trend in data center convergence, you will be trading something off. And really, security in networks is always walking a tightrope. You have to make difficult decisions, and it's getting more and more